everybody, what's up? It's Patrick from Magnetic Nerds, and today it's time for another part of our ongoing basement remodel. And today's challenge is this. Through the magic of cinematography, you don't really see this nonsense, but we do, and it actually limits what we can do on our set tremendously. So to remedy that, we're going to build some walls so we can hide this little box over here, this nonsense over here, so it looks like we're actually inside of a real tavern. The original backdrop to our set was real simple. I did not reinvent any wheels. The construction was a piece of PVC pipe hung up on the ceiling with hooks, and then we bought a vinyl backdrop off Amazon. When we're in our tavern set, that's all fine and dandy. Where this thing fails is it's static. We're pretty much stuck leaving that backdrop in that spot. For our new walls, I say this a lot, it was simple. I didn't reinvent any kind of wheel. I used 2x4s to create a large square rectangle. It's more rectangle. And everything's held together with my favorite form of wood joinery, pocket screws. So when designing the two new walls, we wanted them to be mobile. We wanted to be able to move them around our workspace as we needed to. We can collapse them down. We can move them out of the set completely. We can move them to a different part of the basement. Being flexible and being mobile is the key here. Well, these guys are the key to that. Casters. Each panel got 4 casters mounted to the bottom. Those would allow us to wheel these bad boys wherever we need them. We bought 2 more of the vinyl backdrops off Amazon, and those got stapled to the wood frame. Once we got the 2 new faux walls into place, we realized there are some pretty egregious seam lines on either side. To remedy that, we're going to construct some faux wood posts to hide those seams. To construct the wood posts, I use XPS foam. I cut it down to size, glued it together, and made some really long rectangles. I then used a technique I learned from Van Elk's Props, where you use wood rasp and a grill cleaning brush to carve in wood grain into the foam. It's a really fun and creative way to carve in wood grain into foam. few coats of white primer, followed by a few more coats of burnt umber and raw sienna, and now I have beautiful fake wooden posts. I would like to say this is the final piece of the puzzle. This project is finally done. But, as you can see here, I gravely miscalculated the size of the posts. Math, not being one of my strong suits, somewhere along the line I made a miscalculation in the length, so there's about a 6-inch gap at the top. But fortunate enough for us, I came to a really creative solution on how to fill that gap. Sifting through pictures on the internets, I saw a couple different examples of old medieval buildings with stone block, I guess, supports at the top of beams. And I thought, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's do that. I followed the same process for the posts as I did for the stone block. Then I used a hobby knife to cut in some grooves, some channels, some chips, and then I reached for those handy wood rasps and ground in some more texture. And then I reached back into my tool bag for another skill I learned from Van Oaks Prompts, and that's using dry lock to give your foam a wonderful stone texture. The finishing touches were some dry brushing with just a white paint. Really helped pull out those details and cement the fact that I was trying to turn foam into rock. We finally have a lot more room for all kinds of activities in the tavern. I mean, I can go over here, I can go over here. You don't see that nasty control box behind me. You don't see our junk that hides on this side of the basement. Thank you for joining us on another episode of our Fantasy Basement Remodel. Like I've said before in the previous videos, this is going to be an ongoing series, so stay tuned for what we're going to do next and how we transform our workshop into the dream space we've always wanted. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, comment, do all those fun things. I'll see you guys in the next video.